Hey you guys, it's me, it's Nita, and I am back. I am back with Power Book 2 Ghost. This is the series premiere or season 7, whatever you want. Okay, season 1, episode 1, The Stranger. Status report, I'm going to give it a reluctant turn up. Reluctant. Hear me out. I liked it because I think I wasn't impressed, but I liked it. I think because of the simple fact that I had low expectations of it. Like I had already went out of Power, the actual Power, indifferent. Like I had already started to watch that, and so my love for it just kind of went away, just like Game of Thrones. It was similar to that, but I really think that they really tried on some aspects. I'll touch on some things later. On some aspects, they tried to really give us something for a different demographic. For the younger demographic. So we're talking about teenagers, college age kids, them being carefree and all that stuff. And I think that's what really turned me off with James and Jamie and Ghost and Power, because he was married and I just did not like that whole aspect of it, and I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. So he essentially doesn't have anybody that he's tethered to, and so him having all these different relationships, okay, boo, do your thing, I got you, it's okay. So yeah, but baby, when I tell you they didn't mess with that theme song, they say this is a big rich town. Yeah, I just come from the poorest part. They left that. They left the Joe version. They left that, but they changed up the visuals. So they had like a lot of college stuff going on. They had chess pieces on the board, athletics, stuff like that. So you did still see the violence in there. You saw the guns and all that stuff, but they changed the visuals. Look, they learned from that. Trey Songz debacle. That shit was terrible. Okay, so anyway. Alright, theme song. Now, what I will say is that I feel like that it mirrored so much of season 1. And not really in a good way, but in a lazy way. Almost like to a T, like the same music. Oh, wow, way. I'm like, we can't get new music. Anyway, that's just a pet peeve of mine, because I just went back and watched season 1, because that's when I really liked the show. The show was 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's when I was on board. Turn up worthy character. I'm only here for Mary J. Blige and Method Man. Let's be clear. I'm not here for Tariq. At least not yet. Y'all got some work to do, so I suggest you get to it. I'm only here for Mary J. Blige as Monet. And she was a little shaky. I liked her. I didn't think she did a bad job or anything like that. But I just felt like just the scene, I don't know. I don't know. It was just like a first impression. And I was just like, okay. So anyway, so that's that with that. Method Man, he came in. I was like, girl, you know. I was looking at him like, And he was good. I enjoyed his scenes with Tariq, and I enjoyed his scenes with Tasha. I didn't really care for him in the court scenes. They played him like a soybean burger. I did not like that. And not in the first one. The first one seemed corny. I didn't like the man that he was defending that was sitting down there talking about, do he look like a thief or something? And he's sitting there doing, I was just like, what? So anyway, that's just me. I'm sorry, y'all. I was going off and stuff like that. But little things like that, I pay attention to. So anyway. And Tariq sitting back there smiling like, yeah, that's my lawyer. That's my lawyer. And I'm sitting up here like, we couldn't get a better dialogue for that. Like, I mean, I needed to see a little bit more work. Like, I still didn't feel like he really proved himself to be that guy that's going to be asking for $500,000. Girl, no. What are you talking about? Anyway, that's a whole script and writing flaw, which I'll get to at the end of the video, because that's in my real talk. Like, when I lay it out, real talk, I'm going to get into it. My turned down character was that goddamn guard. That guard that was escorting Tasha. Okay, no, number one, Tasha is turned down worthy character. Man, I'm convinced that them writers and Courtney Kemp hate Tasha's character. They hate her. They hate her. That bitch can't get a win for nothing. It's L after L after L. They make her look bad, worser. Shout out to Future. Man, they make her look terrible. All Power season, all the whole series of Power. Now book 2, trash. They don't like her. They don't like her. Yeah, ain't nothing you could tell me to let me know that they liked her. Just because she wore a couple of pretty little outfits and she was the wife of this cheating ass man. They was only husband and wife for one episode, right? 1, 2, maybe 2 before he started fucking on Angela. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, girl, that's my whole little... Okay, bossed up character. The bossed up character for me was Kane and Mary J. Blige. Monet. I'm not going to say Mary J. Blige. I'm going to say Monet. I'm going to have to call her by her name. I'm going to call her son by her name. Dumbass Bobby Brown from the New Edition. Yeah, him. Kane and Monet. They was bosses. Not in a good way. I mean, there's that. But... I mean, nonetheless, they bossed up. I was just like, oh, they put their stamp on. Yeah, we the ones that y'all need to be looking at. That's what that said to me. Yeah, they just went hard in this first episode. You saw that she had the police in her pocket. Kane, disrespectful as a motherfucker. Yeah, it just is what it is. Can't wait to get into these characters. And then, oh, Lord. Oh, I'm going to get into what happened later, which, you know, contributed to their bossed up rating. But for the creep ambassador of the episode, gots to be that damn prosecutor, Jenny, and Cooper Saxe. Cooper Saxe is forever. He is the permanent creep ambassador. Like, even if I don't even mention him on future reviews, unless he really does something, just know that he's on the list. He's on the list. He's permanent on the list. He is such a creep. Like, Roxanne be like, Forrest Ross, she be like, overly dedicated. He do too much. So, but what I did enjoy, I didn't really enjoy the family aspect. But I felt like they did that with Angela and Power. So now they're doing it in this one. And so we've never seen his family before. But I did enjoy his family clowning him. Talking about cheers, Nancy. Calling him Nancy. So when you call a man a woman's name. Okay. So the Cluster Pearls moment for me was Kane. There was something going on in a previous scene where, like I said, they bossed up. Monet and Kane. Kane reminds me of Kane, and I'm like, Kane and those names y'all. Y'all playing right. Y'all playing right. Anyway, so type of person he gonna be right. Okay. So he killed Rail, the dude that he got into the altercation with, at his house. The dude, disrespectful. Disrespectful. I don't have no problems with what happened. It was disrespectful. Yeah, you gonna have to handle it. I always say, if you pull a gun on somebody, you better be ready to use it. That's my rule of thumb. Cause you can never let that person go, and they roll up on you, girl. Hello, you know. So, Monet took her son to handle that business. He put in that work in that stairwell. Shot that nigga like 3 times. I was like, oh. Then, after he do it, he gets back in the car and she leans over and wipes the blood off his face, child. I said, oh, that's what we do. I'm glad you let me know. I'm glad we set the tone right here. So, best scene and was the party scene for me. I didn't really have a best scene because for me, I guess the whole thing was kind of mediocre. But I guess the most, I don't know. I don't even know why I chose that scene. Like, I chose it because I felt like I needed the scene. I think it had the most stuff going on. Tariq walking in on Kane getting head by the girl. That's why he had to end up killing the dude, because that was his girl in the bathroom giving him sloppy toppy. Yeah, no. So yeah, so it was that, and then it was coupled with Diana. She was she was very cute. I'm not gonna say she was kind of cute. I ain't gonna play her like a soybean. She was very cute, and you could tell she had the hots for him, for Tariq. I'm like, what is all these girls throwing? I mean, is it the energy? Like, when I look at him, I be like, okay. I mean, he be trying. I mean, he's still young, I guess he'll grow into it. That's why I thought that for him, I think that they should have really did a jump. They should have just did a jump, like a time jump. Like, you had, and got a whole new character, because just seeing Tariq's face on the screen, I'm thinking people just not going to vibe with it. They're going to have to put him on a hell of a redemption arc in order to get the people on his side. And I'll talk about that later in the flaws and what I thought was wrong with the series as a whole, just based on the first episode. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but I will discuss what I thought it was missing and what I thought could have been done better or whatever. But I also see the choices of why they did what they did. Okay. So, anyway. Yeah, kind of sets the tone. He come out with a double-barrel sawed-off shotgun. The dude came up there, and I was like, "This, I know you know what kind of reputation these people got in these streets, and you gonna sit up here and come to their house with a gun and approach a kingpin, talk about, yeah, your son gotta stop hiding behind you. Boy, how you know she ain't blow your head off? Like, we ain't doing all that talking. I'm a woman. So, any kind of man coming up to me with some kind of heat, whether it's for me or my kids, you don't know if I want to take your head off. You don't know that. So I was just like, yeah, no. I mean, he was tripping. So I think, the writing, for contrivance sake, they got to have some kind of drama play out. So then we showing the police in the pocket of Monet. Then we saw Kane come out, nigga ready, on go, like Mercedes should have been in P-Valley with the bottle service on go. I digress. So anyway, yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's why I put that as the best scene. it's debatable. Anyway, I'll get into it. So, the funniest scene was Reek walking in on his roommate. And he was clapping them cheeks. You know, athletes, all the girls trying to get with him. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, she was like, can he go? And I'm like, Tariq, why aren't you just standing there with your... I was like, why aren't you standing there like that? Get your ass out of here. And then he was like, oh, man, give me 15 minutes. And then Tariq turned around. He was like... I was dying laughing. Like, nigga, all I need was 5 minutes. Come back. I'm going to be done. That joint was funny. What's that guy name? Ezekiel. That's his roommate. That's the person that he's supposed to be helping, tutoring. And Simon Stern said that if he don't pass, you don't get to stay here. I said, oh. So there's another twist. And that was another thing, like, I'll get to it. Anyway, so the best monologue was, okay, so you know the title of the episode is called The Stranger. And whenever, just rule of thumb, when kids or people are in classrooms, listen to the dialogue that is being, the exposition in the dialogue is always connected to the story. This is no different. We're talking about Tariq wanting to take this chronological studies program or whatever. He basically just trying to get out of college early. And so this is a 3-year program instead of a 4-year program. And so they saying it's very rigorous. Like, they got these 2 teachers that has like this kind of star-crossed love affair that happened some time ago, and they got some history and blah blah blah, whatever. So they're supposed to be helping him. He has to read this book called The Stranger, and of course, the show, the episode name is The Stranger. So I went in and did the cliff notes of The Stranger, and basically in his monologue, when he was explaining to the professors what it meant to him, he basically was taking the story of The Stranger and basically mirroring his story of how he ended up killing his father in book 1. So he basically was taking accountability for it. He was self-aware. He said he knew what he did. No, he was not sorry for it. I mean, he basically put it out there. So they was like to me, it felt like the writers was trying to tell you that, yes, we acknowledge and we know that we went this way, and he's self-aware, and we're going to try to fix it up. That's what I got. But yeah, he did a really good job in articulating it. And at first they wasn't really on his side, but he had to dig a little deeper, and he came back the second time, all the better. And it was okay. So anyway, so that was the best monologue for me. And like I said, none of this stuff is like over the moon. It just is what it is. So the WTF moment of the episode was Tasha naming Tommy. Can you believe it? Why in the hell would Tasha name Tommy in court for killing Ghost as her accomplice? Girl, he had a gun to your head and he was about to kill you. Dumb. Are you kidding me? You killed his girlfriend. Tyreek killed his best friend. Ghost made him kill his father. Do you know that if he don't come take your motherfucking head off, I wouldn't even feel bad. I wouldn't even feel sorry. And it's not just because of you, Tasha. It's because of the writers. They didn't have to write you like that. They didn't. They didn't. But like I said, they don't like you. I don't know if it's your brown skin, your dark skin, child. They don't fuck with you. Let me be the first one to tell you. I mean, I said, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? I said, oh my God, he was really about to kill you. Like, for real, for real. He was about to blow your brains out. And I could not understand why she would do that. Like, I mean, I understand your son. Girl, your son can go to jail just like anybody else, boo-boo. Especially with the bullshit that he put y'all through in book 1. He needs his ass beat, and he needed to go to fuck to jail. Period. I was like, Molly, you in danger, girl. Shout out to Ghost. The real Ghost. Patrick Swayze Ghost. Oh my God. Then Cooper Saxe come in. Once she said that, like, I guess his hands was kind of tied. He came in, went to the prosecutor, gave him the thing, and of course that's what the DNC wanted. The DNC wanted her to be under the kingpin, the RICO thing. And you know you get the needle for that if you get convicted for that. And I was just like, I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. It made no sense. It's like they drum up any kind of charges and it is what it is. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't like that part about the writing in the show. Like, I'm over it. So anyway, so she was like, okay, all the charges are dropped. And then next thing you know, Federal come back behind and talk about you arrested for the murder of James St. Patrick. I said, what? Just to get locked up again. And like I said, that damn God bitch, creep ambassador, turned down character, talking about welcome home, bitch. It's like, I cannot. And also, okay, so can I say I call bullshit? I call bullshit on Tariq talking to Method Man. He went to Method Man. What's his name? What's Method Man name? I ain't got his name. Method Man. So I'm going to have his name next time. Went to him telling him to tell Tasha to tell the truth. Tell the truth. You don't deserve this. And I don't want you to go down for this and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. So he said, basically telling her new lawyer that me out of my mouth said, I'm not afraid no more. Tell the truth. And he not scared. And I'm just going to have to call bullshit on it. I was just like, how in the world are you going to have all of these flames and forks in the fire, doing all this stuff? You got a roommate that you're supposed to be doing. You got all this canonical studies. You got trying to do this drug game. You getting product from people. You giving product to other people. And you're sitting up here talking about you not scared. And then also for predictions, like in the show kept saying, they kept on talking about this gunpowder residue, this GSR and GSNR. And I was just sitting up there and I was like, did Tariq set his mother up? Because I kept trying to figure out why they kept on, all of a sudden everybody want to talk about gunpowder residue. And then they kept on replaying back what happened. How after Tariq shot Ghost, she ran up on him, touched him. He gave her the gun. Now, she didn't get locked up that night. So it's a good chance that maybe she got rid of her clothes and the evidence of the gunpowder residue. But for some reason, I was like, why do they keep playing that clip? Why they keep showing her go up to him with the gun and close quarters with him, even though she didn't do it. And then he said, "Here, take the gun, Mom, put it out back or something, put it in the back in the trash." I was like, did he set her up? Like, I'm trying to figure out because like when directors do that and they try to make a point of it, it's like it kind of want to keep it in your back of your mind. And so I was just trying to figure out what was the purpose. And so even though Tariq puts on a good act, I don't know, it was just something that just kept making me, I was racking my brain, and I watched that thing like 3 times. I was just like, so anyway, yeah, so real talk. We're going to get down to the real talk. So right now, how I feel about it is that I feel like the writing is a little lazy. We're still in that same, like, this could have been just season 7 or season 8, wherever it left off in book 1. It just could have been that. But, and then if you really want to separate yourself from Ghost, like, why name it Ghost, for one? Why keep all the same music and the same, like that whole Brayden and Tariq, that whole white and black duo, like they're gonna be each other's right hand man. And this whole, it was a threesome kind of, but it seemed like it's gonna be like a triangle. It's 3 girls for Tariq. And I also feel like that professor lady, she might get a little flirty with him too, because it's something like, why are you capping for him like that? Like, I ain't get it. So, and she just got these little sultry eyes and all that stuff, and I'm just like, bitch, you be doing something inappropriate because you sitting up there already fucking on the professor that you working with. You ain't supposed to be doing that either. So there's that. So I don't know. She just took a liking to him too quick, and I also just see something coming down in the pipe with that. I feel like that Lauren girl is like a representation of Angela, and she's gonna move on, and that's the one that he never. And you know how tied and through I am with that storyline with Angela and Ghost. I can't do it. I cannot do it. So anyway, all in all, I didn't like the same music that they use. For the theme song, yes, fine. I would have been cool with some different visuals. I noticed that I remember in Power of Book 1, they used mirrors for Ghosts. I haven't seen what they're using for Tariq. The only thing I seen, this nigga running all the whole episode. This nigga just running from place to place to place to place. That's all I saw. So still trying to figure out what symbolism they're gonna use with him, other than the book with the the stranger and all that stuff. So yeah, you guys. So I was okay with it. Let me know how you feel. Tell me how you feel. What was your best characters, your favorite characters? Was you looking forward to it? Are you going to hate watch it? Are you going to... do you like it? You may like it. You know what I'm saying? As always, guys, thanks for watching, and make sure you come back.